Welcome to 99th Monkey Liberty News for Tuesday, May 27th, 2014. Hoping that you had a great Memorial Day weekend and a really pleasant start to a summer, and hoping the summer turns out great too. From Natural News, this is a very brief 99th Monkey Liberty News, but I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention this. What the media isn't telling you about Elliott Rodger, the psycho killer who murdered 6 in a soulless rampage. And you probably have already heard most of this, but this is just some of the deeper information on him. And just helpful to know what's going on. I felt like it was pretty tragic that this happened at this time, and was, dominated the news cycle at a time when we should have really, based around Memorial Day, it would have been nice to be thinking about veterans and have the news be more focused on the conditions that veterans are facing and some of the struggles that they have with obtaining health care. But no, that wasn't. Something else happened to fill the news cycle. So we'll have to just be talking about what's being done by the Veterans Administration on our own, I guess. Never expect help from mainstream media in getting the truth out there anyway. It's nice when it happens, but it doesn't happen very often. And we spent a lot of time in the car over the last few days, so we listened to some YouTube, and I heard some really tremendous Stefan Molyneux messages, and this is one of them. Why democracy always fails. And this is from when he was on Peter Schiff Radio on May 22nd. The point that he made, and the reason I included this, was something that I hadn't ever processed before, hadn't realized. He is stating that virtue can be taxed, but vice can't be taxed. Therefore, a taxation system encourages vice and puts, makes virtue a less appealing way to live. And the way he framed that is, if you exhibit virtue, you work hard, you build a life for yourself. What you build as far as income can be taxed and taken away from you. But when you live a life of vice, living for today, having fun, partying, eventually you will need help from the people who have lived virtuous lives, and what you have accumulated through virtue will be taken away from you and given to the people who have squandered their lives through vice. But the experiences, the memories, the fun they had can't be taxed and given to you. So it kind of brings to mind the childhood story of the little red hen who made the bread, and she was, asking everybody, who will help me gather the grain? Who will help me grind the grain? Who will help me bake the bread? And all of the animals in the barnyard said, I won't, I won't, I won't. And then she said, okay, now, after she went through the process, she did all the work herself. She said, who will help me eat the bread? And all the barnyard animals said, I will, I will, I will. But she, in her wisdom, did not share with them. She just gave it to her chicks and enjoyed it herself. And that was not because she was selfish. That was because she gave the others the opportunity to participate in the work and enjoy the blessing, and they did not elect to do so. So that was, again, Stefan Molyneux just illustrated this very well, made this very clear, this principle that taxation, especially in a more democratic, what's considered a government that's a democracy, encourages vice and discourages virtue. What a bummer, huh? I am including the Benjamin Fulford message for the week he's kind of all over the place here, mostly talking about energy and new energy technology, which is awesome and exciting. But he's also writing here about the weakening of the cabal, which is, the EU-centered, Illuminati-centered group, and the strengthening of the BRICS nations, which almost inevitably is going to lead to the collapse of the financial system that the Illuminati, the cabal, is desperately struggling to hold up. So it's encouraging in that light. It's kind of bad news for Americans and even probably Europeans, because we're not going to have an unfair advantage in the global financial system anymore. But hopefully the challenge of playing on a level playing field will press us all to, for lack of a better phrase, become better people. Be more competitive, be more productive, and be more efficient, all those good things. And again, what he wrote about new energy technology is very encouraging. The good news of the day is from Natural News. Eat more olives to ward off cancer and improve overall health. Good advice. And of course, there are many forms of olives, olive oil, and black olives, green olives. Take your pick. Thank you for tuning in for today's 99th Monkey Liberty News. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Hoping that you will love one another, take care, and insist on liberty.